What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Flip and Stoop. Good rockin' morning to each and every single one of you. I hope you guys are starting your day off right. I got me and Bella and me. We are currently at the gym. I was listening to my morning motivation for the morning, and it made me think a lot. But before we get into that, we did get an update yesterday on my nephew that was in the accident. And that was in a coma. They got him in a medical coma for healing right now. And they took him off, whatever keeps him in the coma, whatever drugs or whatever keep him in the coma, right? Fentanyl, whatever it is. For a couple hours, it took a couple hours, but he opened his eyes. He was able to open his eyes and he was able to cough for the nurse. And then they quickly sedated him again to see if he'd come back to. It's part of the process. I don't know much more information than that, and I can't give out any more information than that. But the good thing is he opened his freaking eyes. That was super rad. Gives us hope, and we still need prayers for all the other families. Thus far, one has passed away, and just pray for the families, man. But I got here in the gym today, and I've been analyzing myself a lot throughout this reselling journey, but a lot this past month, right? And I think we got to do that when it comes to reselling, when it comes to life, when it comes to anything. If you're not analyzing what moves you're doing throughout your day to get you closer to wherever you want to get to, you're probably not going to get there, right? Like, if you just think your sales are slow or something's going on and it just must be eBay. A lot of times we got to analyze. I talked about it last night for a short period of time in the group. We got to analyze what we're doing. And I realized what I was doing is I'm at the gym. I've not been in here one time in the past 2 weeks with everything that's happened in our family. So this is time 2 in 2 weeks. And I'm anxious and I'm nervous to even go in there right now, right? It's crazy. I've had somebody talk to me not long ago that said they have a lot of anxiety to go into a gym. They feel weak or they feel whatever, right? Whatever it might be. And that's good. That's perfectly normal. You should feel that, right? You should feel that sense of anxiety, but look at that anxiety as a good thing. You're getting that anxiety because you're stepping outside of your norm. Right? And you can put that into eBay as well. You get anxiety about when you first start reselling, or you get really committed to it, or whatever it might be. The reason you're getting anxiety because you are stepping outside your comfort zone. And if we are not stepping outside of our comfort zone, we're going to get the same results we've always got throughout our life. You're going to continue to get the same results you've always got on eBay. One of the hardest things for me, even though I'm a talker, was to go up to people at garage sales, estate sales, thrift stores, and tell them what I do for a living, right? Because in the beginning, I felt not embarrassed, but I felt like I was taken from people, right? I felt like I'm going to find an item for $4 and I'm selling it for $50. Like, I kind of feel bad for that, so it was hard for me to let people know what I was doing. But the truth behind that is that's just the marketplace, man. That's the way the marketplace works. So what I'm doing today is stepping outside my norm. I used to go to the gym at 4:00 in the afternoon. I didn't go in the morning. But what I'm realizing is I need to get my hard tasks that I don't really want to do, because I do enjoy exercising, but I don't want to do it every day, right? I don't want to do it 5-6 days a week. That's just being truthful. But I'm getting my daunting tasks out of the way today that I don't want to do, right? We got to step outside of our norm. There's a lot of things that go on throughout my day I don't want to do. Like, truthfully, I don't want to sleep. Like, I'm a workaholic. I admit that, right? Maybe in a bad way, but I want to get to a goal. So sleep is required for us to work, right? We got to sleep. People got to sleep or you're not going to be worth shit. But if I could work around the clock and not need any sleep, I'd go without sleep. I feel, because if I don't get all my tasks done throughout the day, by the time, if I lay my head, I ain't sleeping anyways, right? I'll be just tossing and turning. So if I could literally go, actually, I dread sleep. I wish we didn't have to sleep. There's a lot of things about me you guys might not know. I don't like to eat. I like to eat one good meal a day, right? I went from 155 pounds, 160 pounds, back a few years ago to starting to train, and then I stopped training, and then I started training again, and when I started training I was at 160, and I got up to 195 pounds in about 3 months. I got to 195 pounds, and I did that on a meal and a half to 2 a day. That's crazy, right? It's crazy. I was able to increase my calorie intake, or my weight increase that much off a meal and a half to 2 meals a day. I don't really like to eat. Certain times of the day I like to eat. In the morning, don't like to eat. Lunchtime, don't like to eat. Dinner, I like to eat a lot, right? Like I like to fill up a plate. So now that whole rant's over, the truth is there's a lot of things I don't like to do during the day. I know personally I should be going to the gym. I should be coming home. I should be eating a small meal, right? I should be eating like 6 egg whites and some rice, whatever, right? I don't do it 90% of the time. I don't do it. I'm going to do it today. I'm trying to step outside my norm, right? And get back on par. Over the course of this past 2 weeks, I got off my game, man. I got off my game. Things happen in your family. You're going to get off your game. And not only that, we were not only the death of the family, and now my nephew in the hospital in this past 2 weeks, but we also were doing jobs outside of town. So like when you're in your own home, right, and you're working from your home, it's pretty easy to stay on course, right? Everything's right there. But when you're traveling, it becomes difficult. You start eating out more. You skip a meal because you know you're 2 hours away, 3 hours away, whatever it is, doing your job. So you might skip a meal, or you might skip something. But all I'm trying to get at is step outside your norm this morning, man. Whatever you're doing, as difficult as it is. I always talk about not hitting the snooze button. I know that's very important, but I'm up here saying this, and I've done it myself, right? I, myself, had a habit of hitting the snooze button for 20 years when I was working a 9 to 5. I did not want to go to my job. I did not like the majority of the people I work with. That's just me being honest. There was a couple I liked, right? I'm not going to lie. I don't hate everybody, but a lot of people I didn't want to be around, right? I did not like my pay. I did not like my bosses half the time. Couple bosses, I did have a couple great bosses. But so the majority of the things I didn't like. So it was very easy for me to hit the snooze button. I did not want to wake up, and that 30 minutes was that fucking important. That extra 30 minutes of sleep by me hitting the snooze button to get up and rush around to work and rush to work. Look, if you're rushing in everything you're doing from the time you wake up, you're going to be a miserable motherfucker, man. A lot of these grays I got going on through here came from the rushing lifestyle. Started back when I was a kid. My mom had to wake up 4 kids and get them ready for school. That's not easy, right? It's not easy to do that. I was never had kids. I never had to do that. So it started, my mornings always started out, it was like engraved in me. It became the norm to wake up and rush and do everything. So getting outside of that is very difficult for me. And I still fight that every single day. Every single day I wake up and I got to talk myself down to calm down. Justin, you don't got to wake up in a rush. Calm down. You woke up early enough. You got plenty of time to get your tasks done throughout the day. Just calm down and relax. Because if you're in a constant rush, 1, you're going to make some mistakes. 2, that's how accidents happen. All kinds of shit happens like that when you're driving, right? You got road rage. A person cuts you off. You get pissed off. All this shit, right? So stepping outside your norm is the first key to your next step on eBay or in life in general. It doesn't have to be just eBay, but this is the eBay group. So whatever the norm is for you on your regular day, even if things are going good, right? I say don't increase your listings until you're getting that many sales a day, right? And a lot of other resellers will agree with that. So you're at your number, right? You're at your number, but just because you're at your number, or hold on a minute, you're on your way to your number, you haven't hit your number yet. That doesn't mean there's not other things in your day. You got to remember relationships, right? When it comes to reselling. For a long time, I neglected, whatever you want to call it, my relationships. And if whatever you neglect in your life, they'll fall apart. I'm telling you this now. I personally added weight to less communication between me and my beautiful. I'm up here admitting my faults. So not only is getting up early important to get your eBay done, but it's also to give you enough time to work on your relationship, because relationships take work. I don't give a shit who you are. You talk to people that's been together for 50 years or married for 50 years, they're married for 60 years. Them people will say relationships take work. It takes work. I don't care how good your relationship is. The relationships are maintenance. Why are relationships maintenance? One, you are different from your significant other. That's number one, right off the top. You're going to have different, I got about 3 more minutes in this video and I got to get in the gym. You're never going to think the exact same way as your significant other. So you both got, it takes maintenance. It's a maintenance ball game. So not only is it important to get up and get yourself at your important tasks of the day, but it's also important not just for eBay. It's important for your relationships, man. The few things you got in life, there's like 3 top things. You got your relationship. First of all, you got your health, right? Because if you don't have good health, you don't have good anything. I don't care who you can. Yeah. Wait a minute. I take that back. I have seen a couple of wealthy people that were like obese. Okay. And, there's one guy I actually watched, Andy Frisella. He was obese for a while. He calls himself out. He was fat, right? And he was running a supplement company. But how dumb did he look, right? I'm a millionaire and I'm 350 pounds telling people to take the supplement to make them slimmer. It kind of looks stupid, right? So you got your health, you got your relationships, and then you got money, right? Like those are the top 3 things, because money isn't everything, but it sure resolves a lot of issues, right? And if you don't believe that, live without it. I lived without it for 20 years, and I'm telling you what, not being able to do what I want to do, not being able to do what I want to do with my family, not being able to, stressing every single month to get my bills paid, never making my bank account grow, like all that stuff made me feel this small, right? I felt about yay big. So money is very, very important. It's up there on a totem pole. I'm not saying it's more important in your health, and I'm not saying it's more important in your relationships, but it most definitely is number 3, at least in my book. So you got those 3 things to focus on. And so I hope this helped anybody in this group. And I know I kind of dead-ended that. I lost my train of thought. But the truth is, guys, there's a lot of things I don't want to do. I don't want to be here at the gym right now. But I told myself I got out of the swing of it for 2 weeks. I told myself I got to go spend 30 minutes in there. Like, if you've never stepped your foot into a gym, here's what I strongly advise. Go get a membership. Okay? The reason I say a gym, you don't have to get healthy in a gym. You can do it at home. But it's the atmosphere of the gym that is also healthy for you. You, at home, you might be working out around other people in your family that don't want to work out and don't want to exercise. That's not too motivating, right? It's not too motivating when you're trying to get ahead and the people around you are not. But get comfortable with that, because if you're trying to change a portion of your life, regardless of what it is, everybody else around you isn't, right? They're not. But what's great about the gym, this is what I'm going to say about the gym, is if you're going into a gym, everybody that's stepping foot inside that gym is trying to better their life. So now you're surrounded with people trying to better their life. And what better people you want to be around than people that are trying to better their life? You will be a direct reflection of the people that's in your circle. I don't care what anybody says, right? And you can challenge that all you want, but it's true. You'll be within a few $1,000s financially of the people you surround yourself with, and you'll do pretty much the same thing. Now, you might read a book at night and the person that you hang out with doesn't, right? Whatever. I get that. But if you've never stepped foot into a gym, I strongly just go get a membership. And your first day when you get the membership, just do a walk around. Just do it. Don't touch nothing. Don't sit on nothing. Just do a walk around, right? The next day you come in right around that same time, touch a couple things, right? Pick up a dumbbell and just see how it feels. Go lay down on a bench press. Go sit down on a leg press. Go sit down on a leg extension. Stand up on the treadmill. See how the treadmill feels. And don't do nothing. Just touch it, right? And do that for about a week, coming in and out of the gym. Eventually, you're going to pick up a dumbbell and you're actually going to do a movement, right? Or eventually, you're going to turn that treadmill on and start walking. It just starts, I don't know what the gym does, but it has that effect on, at least it has that effect on me and a lot of other people I hear. When they first got to the gym, they weren't lifting weight. Straight up, I'm going to go do an hour routine. First of all, if you've been out of the gym for a long time or never stepped in one, you should never put yourself through an hour workout your first month going to the gym. Like, you do not, your body does not need that in the beginning. It needs to slowly adapt. And if you do go put it in through an hour workout, you're going to wish you didn't. You're going to be sore. You're going to be so sore, you're not going to come back to the gym. You're just not going to be functionable. You're going to do arms or something, and you're going to do it for an hour, and the next morning you wake up and you're going to have handicapped arms. They're going to be stuck. You're not going to be able to straighten them out, right? So don't do that. Just go in and start walking around. Get and feel the atmosphere. Say hi to somebody. Or you don't even got to say hi to somebody. Somebody's going to say hi to you. Like, eventually. There's positive energy in a lot of gyms. I used to think growing up, I used to work out, but I never go into a gym. I had anxiety of a gym because I thought it was just going to be all a bunch of jacked up people walking around and they were all going to be mean, right? I don't know why I thought that. Maybe I watched a video when I was a kid where there was a gym and they were in prison and everybody was assholes, right? I don't know. But it's not like that, man. People welcome you in. They encourage you. If you don't have a spotter, they'll spot you. It's good energy. Get around that good energy. All right, you guys, I got to wrap this video up, but get outside of your norm. The only way for growth in eBay, the only way for growth in life, period, is stepping outside of your routine. Whatever your routine is. I've had a routine for the past year and a half or two. That's worked for us, but it's not going to get us any further. That routine is not going to get us any further than where it's got us now. And I'm not mad about that. I'm not saying it got us, that routine didn't get us some progress, because it did. But it's not going to get us any more financial progress. And I'm not going to feel any healthier. And I'm not going to go to the next level without switching my routine. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please subscribe to the channel. Share the content. Truly, the channel has grown through organic shares. I don't have enough subscribers in the group for thousands of people to see it. So each share does help. It does actually, it makes the channel grow. It's been one at a time, right? I don't have thousands of subscribers. We're getting closer to 100 subscribers, which might not seem like a lot to some, but I never thought I'd have one subscriber. So it's just like eBay. I never thought I'd have one sale. Now we got thousands and thousands and thousands. I don't even know how many thousands of sales, to be truthful, which I don't really pay attention to that. I pay attention to weekly sales. I pay attention to monthly sales. And I pay attention to how many I'm listing a day. It's your boy, Flippin' Stoop. You guys have a rockin' rad day. Get in the gym.